What's going on, everyone? I'm so excited to have you on board for this Formula 4 lap guide, because here at the Red Bull Ring, I just put in the best lap of my life. You see, we were in a fixed series practice session, and the top driver, who was ranked much higher than me, put in a crazy fast time. But I knew that if I hit all my marks and drove to the absolute limit of my potential, I could beat that time. So let me walk you through exactly what it takes to put in a 131.65 around the Red Bull Ring, and to put yourself at the top of the timing charts. As we come across the line to start a fast lap, I'm focusing on maximizing my apex speed and maximizing the track width. So heading into turn 1, we're putting our left side tires on this green curbing, and we're braking just at the start of this tire mark on the left. From 5th gear down into 3rd, aiming to clip our right side tires on this yellow apex curbing. And also trying to get back to the throttle well before the apex, because this leads onto a really long straight, so we want to maximize that exit speed. So we're already at about 25% throttle here, and then just after the apex, we're already at 100% throttle. 3rd gear, 4th gear, trying to avoid that sausage curb on the exit because that can really upset your car and you'll lose a ton of time down the straight. Taking a deep breath before we head into this hairpin. Setting up our car on the left side, trying to minimize our distance traveled on that straight. Again, using this curbing on the left. We're braking right about here from 5th gear down into 2nd, but keeping the car pointed in a straight line until we're in 2nd gear. If you begin turning in too early, it's so easy to lock up the right front tire. So as soon as we're in 2nd gear, we're lifting off the brake, turning the car in, and again getting back to throttle before the apex. And as soon as we hit the apex, we're at about 50% throttle, but we're not at full throttle yet because, as you can see, the road falls away from us on the exit. So we have to wait a bit to get back to full throttle. But we're back to full throttle, just barely clipping that sausage curb. We're losing a tiny bit of time because of that, but you can see we are green. This is going to be a fast lap, but we're heading into a challenging downhill braking zone into a right-hand corner. The car becomes really unstable, so we have to be gentle with it. We're braking right here, just before this sign above us. From 5th gear down into 3rd, being gentle with the car on turn-in, you can see it starts to get a bit loose here on me, and I actually have to correct on entry. But we tap the right front tire on the curbing, getting hard back to the throttle. The car really wants to understeer through that corner. It's really challenging, so easy to overslow or to overdrive it. But we're heading into a series of 3 really fast corners. We're lifting off and just tapping the brakes as we turn in just before this 50 board on the right. Just trying to minimize our inputs, minimize the front tire scrub and the rear tire scrub. Getting hard on the throttle at the apex curbing, using all of the road in the exit, in 4th gear, lifting off and turning in just at the end of this green curbing in front of us. It's not a full lift though, we just slowly lift off the throttle to about 15% throttle, and as soon as we tap this apex curbing, we're hard on the throttle again, using all of the road in the exit, keeping the car hard to the right. Again, we are up. I take a deep breath because I know there are 2 big corners coming up. This could make or break the lap here. So just before this 50 board, we're lifting off the throttle and just dabbing the brakes, similar to the previous series of corners. What's most important is that we carry as much speed through this corner as we can. So just dabbing the brakes, hard on the throttle again, using all the road in the exit. There is 1 corner left, braking right about here, a bit early. The road falls away from us at the apex, so it's really easy to overshoot this corner, understeer through the apex, and lose a ton of speed. So we carry the momentum through the apex, hard on the throttle as soon as we get past that apex, in 4th gear, using all the road in the exit. This is going to be a great lap. As I said, a 131.65, and I do something very embarrassing here. I celebrate I celebrate a fast lap in practice. So tell me, scale of 1 to 10, how embarrassing is it to celebrate a lap in practice? Anyways, I'm not worried about how embarrassing that is because that was a great lap. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys have a great week of racing. I thank you guys so much for all the love and support. It really means so much to me. So thank you guys so much, and I'll see you guys next time.